biscuits. I thought I'd have fun. I've been filming some things for our request month over on Patreon. It's our all request month. It's such an exciting month. I love their all request month because it's creative stuff it's creative concepts in genres that maybe I wouldn't always deep dive into. So that's kind of why I love it. It inspires me. And I love, I love seasonal costumes. I cannot resist a seasonal loungewear set. It is just too much fun. If it's got fluffy little bits on it and makes me look like an Arctic fox, I'm ready to go. Does that have anything to do with what I was talking about today? Probably not, but you know what? Sometimes I just blabber. So for homemaking today, because this channel is all about homemaking, what I realized is that not everybody realizes this is my second channel. My main channel is the Wholesome Feed. I think I link it from somewhere on here, but it's on YouTube. It's the Wholesome Feed. And so that I do a lot of vlogs on, day in the life, what I ate, fashion hauls, all that kind of thing. And then this page is kind of all for my homemaking topics, because I thought I'd kind of split up the two, just so that I could kind of remember what I was making for where. So I love to talk about homemaking topics on here. The other channel, I also talk about, anxiety and stress relief and self-care and things like that, which I guess kind of also slides into this page too, because it's just such a good topic. So how does this time of year affect our homemaking is what I wanted to talk about. Did that take me a really long time to get to? Apparently it did. Yes. Well, you know what? It's just the time of year, scatterbrain. But I feel like this time of year, a lot of people get really down about their homemaking. They are comparing their homes to other people. They're comparing their holiday decorations, their holiday plans. There's a real sense of not having enough, not doing enough, not planning enough, not being enough. And over on Patreon, I was talking about a sense of abundance and living with a mindset of abundance. And I don't mean cash, right? Like people hear abundance and they think money. And that really is not at all what I mean when I talk about that. I mean a sense of abundance in your security, your love, your happiness, in your cozy home life. And ways that, this time of year our homemaking is affected because we aren't feeling abundant. Because we're really being very comparative in how we're living our life, how we're living our homemaking, right? So this time of year, I love to add in. I love to go, go to Target or something, grocery store, wherever you get cleaning supplies. Get a new cleaning supply, a new cleaning spray with a really nice new smell. I like to get a new hand soap, largely because my family goes through hand soap. I don't know if people are secretly eating the hand soap. I don't actually understand how it's possible to go through this amount of hand soap. But point being, it gives me the occasion this time of year to swap it out and just do little tiny things that makes my home feel physically abundant, that really helps my mental abundance and mindset come through, if that makes sense. I also like to go through the garage and see, what decorations do I have just to put up something that's light and bright. And you might not be crazy like me and actually decorate in November for Christmas, but you could put up some fairy lights. You can add in a new lamp. You can, change out your throw blankets, wash everything up, dry everything with those fun little dryer balls that I've shown you in previous videos with a little fabulous eucalyptus or pine or cinnamon essential oil in there so that they smell really wonderful. Because when you're triggering your mind to want to be in an abundance mindset, right, with your homemaking, what you're doing is you're triggering your sense of smell, your sense of sight, and a physical sense, a sensory sense, of coziness. Because coziness this time of year is really important to beat seasonal affective disorder, to make us just a lot happier and more joyful. And that really ties in. I feel like abundance mindset and happiness just coexist together in this lovely little ball of fluffy cheesecake. Ooh, a cheesecake ball. I could eat that. Don't mind if I do. So by playing with our homemaking, we're really helping the rest of our mindset come through. You want it to be bright and cheery and loving and smell great and feel great. And you want to change things up, because when we aren't feeling our best, or when we know that this time of year makes us not feel as good about our home, it's really important to change physical elements up in your home so that you're changing the energy and just how you approach it. And it can be small things, it can be big things. I was just putting up a tree for a background shoot for Patreon, and I moved chairs around, I moved side tables around, and it gave it a whole sense of a new little space, new little alcove. It's all the same things I previously had, but it just gave a sense of newness. And that can be really good if you are going through this season and thinking, man, I'm just not feeling pizzazzy, I'm not feeling happy about this season, it's just not working for me. That can be really good. So take your homemaking as a cue. And these are things I do that work from my home, and you might have different triggers, different things that you want to do for your homemaking that really makes a difference. So take it as kind of a leaping off point of ideas for what works for you. But it really helps me be joyful in my home, to really have a wonderful abundance mindset when my home feels fresh, it feels good, it feels bright and ready for the holidays. And maybe most importantly, it has that little hygge edge that I love talking about, that little cozy element that makes you feel really steady and satisfied in your own skin, in your own home. And that's kind of what my homemaking this time of year is all about. It's just kind of shaking things up to where I feel like I'm approaching this season in a really happy, abundant way, right? Because otherwise you're just wasting your time as a homemaker if it's not making you happier. And I think that that's so important to talk about. Okay, I realize I've been talking about this a long time. I meant to just bop on and say, hey, happy November. But then I had to start talking about more homemaking. I couldn't resist. I will see you over on Patreon. I'll see you on Instagram. I'll see you on, I don't know why I pointed everywhere else. I'll see you over on my main channel. I love y'all biscuits. Giant hugs. Boop, boop. Is that a hug? I'm not even sure what that is. Whatever that is, giant internet hugs.